So I got this ramp I want to get build up. You've seen that you can see that my apron, the apron to the asphalt has dipped a couple of inches. I'd like to build that up with Aquaphalt. Under here, I'm thinking this is enough to purchase inside, up and down here if I press in the Aquaphalt. But yeah, you're looking at, I don't know, a couple of inches. It's difficult to say exactly how much because it dips so much right before that. But if I build up a ramp, that's the goal. I've already started to pressure wash, pull out the weeds. Okay, so now I knocked down the weeds, but I'm also digging into all the organics so I can pressure wash that away to give me a little bit more of a barrier for weeds in the future, and also a bit better purchase for that Aquaphalt when it goes in. So I'm ready to, so I've got it washed out pretty clean. I've got the organics mostly out of the crack, at least an inch deep. Now my plan is to put in the 4.0 inside the crack, and then the 4.0 inside in the crack deeper, and the 6.0 kind of in the middle. It was cheaper. And let's see how it goes, tamping it down with a 3-pound sledge. Let's give it a go. And before I get spraying, I want to make sure that the material actually opens up. How are we doing here? This is the 4.0, the thinner grade material. Alright, let's see if this, nice, it flows very nicely. Alright, so now with that in mind and that ready to go, I'm going to try this tacket on the vertical surfaces of the hole. I'm assuming, I shouldn't be reading this at this time. Remove from debris, shake can at least 1 minute after rattle is heard. Invert can, press button, hold can 12 inches around surface. Spraying, finish spraying, turn can upwards, spray for a few seconds to clear out the nozzle for later use. Empty cans, blah, blah, blah. All right, so I hear that. Now I'm gonna shake a minute. All right, so this has been shaking for a minute. Now I put a chalk line down. You can probably see at exactly where I think the crest is. So that's going to be the edge of where I'm pouring the stuff for the most part. Okay, let's see if the tack goes. Oh, interesting nozzle. Does it have a nozzle? So it's supposed to invert the can. There we go. Yep, glad I have the overspray there. All right, because it does overspray. I'm glad I have the masking up there because it does overspray. Now, see if I can put this stuff in. Let's see what's going on. Well, I'm gonna do a couple of handfuls of this. This will go down. This is the 4 again. And I'm going to, after it's in here for a second, it looks like it will gravity level a little bit. And I will try to get it in there with some persuasion of a block and a 3-pond sledge. But it seems quite good in terms of matching color, and I'm liking this a lot better than would be some kind of self-level or crack filler. But we'll give it a go. All right, let's see if this can, how well this can tap. Slipping on utility knife. Let's see how this can tap. Let's see. It might be better just to, that way we can get in there a little better. That one just gave a lot. So now you get the idea. Some of them are getting a good amount in there. That one, for instance, is going way down there, which means I think it's getting underneath some of the washout. Whew. Good on the back, right? So you can see that some of those went way down, but right over here is just a ton. It packed down almost all the way to where it was. So that's filling in something. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to continue to do this one more layer and then bring out the coarse stuff. All right, just an update. Give my back a rest. That was 1 can of the 4.0, 1 can of the 6.0. It's almost flush on that side. This side I did want to leave a little bit more space and feather out. And then this is the biggest gaps down here, down into this corner. That's really a low spot. And I bet I can get done with at most the finished can of the one more can of the 6.0 and 1 can of the 4.0 to feather it out. All right, another back break, but that is up to where I need it to be dry. I have not packed it down yet, so next step is to pack it with dry and lay on some water and hope it doesn't crash too much. That was 2 buckets of 6 and 2 buckets of 4, so I've got extra if I need. There you go. All right, so I am tamping this down dry. See me tamping it down dry? I'm kind of pushing it up against the joint, which has that true tack on it. It seems like it's, hopefully, this means that it will get a nice ramp up here. I might need to get another pail, which is unfortunate. All right, now we're gonna wet it down. Hey, do you know where the watering can went? Nobody knows. Thank you. So that's the end of that. That was 2 cans of 6.0 and 3 cans of 4.0 feathered out. If I had infinite money, I'd probably go feathered out just a little bit more, but that starts to get pretty thick and I wonder about curing. So I'm pretty happy, especially how that corner came out. So I definitely recommend the masking on that. But that was tapped down. That was a bunch of water. I'll probably do 1 more coat of water from a watering can after this is done. But yeah, thanks for watching. All right, that's the morning after. Pretty cool.